Hello and welcome everyone to the Marr Show, and today I got a video request. Even though I don't think it was to comment on one of my videos on this channel because no one cares that much. So anyway, there was a request video made by YouTube username of Jacob Carpeted, who asked it if I could do a tour of my room. And granted, yes, I know that a lot of game reviewers has done that already, and even my own brother on Black Cross Gameplay did a tour on his room. So I think, you know what, that'll be a fun video idea just to show my room and show a deeper glance into my whole game library. But before we do, Mr. Cameraman, camera please.
Alright.
Please, I need the camera.
But
I gotta film.
But that's the only thing I'm good at.
But yeah, I understand, but I need to film. Like, it'll be weird to have someone follow me this entire time, so just, can I please have the camera? Just give me...
No,
please,
I'm
Okay, since we got rid of that, it's time to do a room tour with yours truly. And I want to also apologize about some of the shakiness. My hands are a bit like, this is my steady hand, and then this is my camera holding hand, so I apologize if it's a bit shaky. But one thing I will say, the room is actually not that big, but luckily since I rearranged it a bit, I was able to... Oh gosh dang it!
I have my own camera, which means now I get to record the world.
Okay. Get out of here, will you? What the... I honestly have no idea, man. So let's begin with the most obvious part, the door. It's a very nice door, I have to say. As you can see, we got some Oswald, Lucky Rabbit, one of my favorite cartoon characters. Nightmare Before Christmas, South Park, a key holder of the original Legend of Zelda, which is cool, Spaceballs, and then we got this keyblade here, and I'm so happy that I found this back when I was at Pennsylvania a few years ago. All the keyblades I kept seeing was like cardboard or foam, but this one's pure steel, so that means if someone breaks into my room, I can use this to slice the heads off. Wow, that's actually kind of graphic. Moving on. And then we got some stuff here like my Muppet Show poster. I really love that. This fake autograph signing of David Tennant and Matt Smith, along with like Magic Gathering, Scott Pilgrim. And down here, aside from a few weapons of mass destruction, are me fishing rods here. I enjoy fishing. I don't do it a whole lot, but whenever I do go fishing, I always have a good time relaxing, escaping from the usual status quo and enjoying the outdoors. Actually, a few weeks ago, I got back from a fishing trip over in Natchez Trace past Nashville, and it was a good time. I had a great time with my friends, and I even caught my first largemouth bass, which was about a pound, but I was very happy to catch a largemouth bass. So yeah, if you get a chance, fishing is fun, especially when you're out on a boat and you have the instrumental track to John the Fisherman playing in the background. It's very relaxing. And there's my little attendee badge from MTAC of this year, which was a lot of fun. I did a whole video talking about it. And up here, we have some stuff displayed, like we got some Mario, Yarn Yoshi, lots of Yarn Yoshi actually. We even have Freddy. Well, okay, that's a bit odd there. Don't ask why I always put this Yarn Yoshi on top of Freddy here. I really have no idea, but still. Hi Freddy, how you doing? We also have the Star Fox Zero statue, which I really love. I even have that little whole signature of authenticity just cuz. And then we got the Gumby game, which they've been re-releasing the Gumby shorts on DVD, which I'm really happy for, and great. Definitely check them out. We also got this Nick and Judy Disney Infinity figures. I don't play Disney Infinity, but I just really love these figurines, and I figured I love Zootopia, so why not just grab them? And then this Edo Thomas figure, which looks cool. I just really love the look of that. Down here we got lots of Pikmin and FNAF characters. I'm not like a FNAF person, but I do enjoy the first game and all that stuff, and the Pikmin just because, well, the Pikmin. We also have some Homestar Running characters, and anyone who watched my videos like years, I'm talking about like when I first started, might recognize this fella. the German inspector guy from TTTES, next to Asuna of all people. And then this guy, Crazy Hair, which is like one of my favorite Muppet Show characters, or Jerry Nelson characters for that matter. And I actually used to have him in like most of my early videos just because, you know, I just like explosions and stuff like that.
Did somebody say bang?
Down here we got a few more collectibles, mostly like pop figures. So you got like the Knight from Mighty Python with removable arms. It's just a flesh wound. Ren and Stimpy, Robin Hood, Hoggle from Labyrinth, and Blackest Night of Superman, I think. I don't collect pop figures because a lot of them look the same and don't look that great, but I only collect ones that I think looks good, or ones I instantly recognize and would love to have. And over here, next to the Lionel coach, or boxcar, my bad, is an original 1977 Star Wars trading card of Luke Skywalker. I have a good friend named Jared who I work with, and he is a huge Star Wars fan. He's been following Star Wars for 40 years, basically, ever since the first film came out. And he actually had an original copy of the 77 card. It's not a repro, it's an actual 77 trading card. I'm not like a huge Star Wars fanatic compared to most people, but I just really like having that memorabilia piece. I just really like it. And down here, all books! Like we got this set of Magic the Gathering trading cards here. I've actually been meaning to get back into Magic the Gathering because I just haven't really got back into it. I do enjoy playing it. It's just been a while since I have. But here's like most of my graphic novels, like Batman the Killing Joke, Rick and Morty, Bone, which is like one of my favorite graphic novels that I read back in elementary school. They had like all the issues over there, and I love this series. And we also got like the Muppet Show comics, the World of Nintendo Game & Watch book, or History of Nintendo, my bad. This one's a bit expensive, but it was a really good read to learn about the Game & Watches. And before anyone asks what this is, it's not a manga of Alice in Wonderland. It has like manga illustrations, but it's just has like the whole text, paragraphs and stuff from the original book with anime drawings, and I just really like it. And then we got like Scott Pilgrim, Sword Art Online, Kingdom Hearts, and Soul Eater there. And then on the bottom here is like some of my folders and sketchbooks of my drawings, my collection of yearbooks from my old high school. I am not opening for them. And over here we got some Bibles that used to belong to some of my relatives, like my Papa Jones, Papa Charlie, and stuff like that. I am Christian. I am trying to have a close relationship with God. It's going well so far, except like as a friend of mine describes, the road to heaven is a bumpy road. And if you guys are interested in me discussing like my whole religious views or something, I doubt it because I know people on YouTube wants to view like funny haha videos, but that is something that I might talk about in the future, like just my whole relationship with trying to get close to God and trying to feel like that internal peace, because I like to talk about it because I don't really have much people to really talk about. So if you're interested, let me know. On the bottom of this desk here, you can see like all my props from my videos and such. I know I do poorly. Don't worry, Curry's not buried in there. He's sort of buried in my closet here. Let me out! Let me out! You'll be out soon, Curry! But we also got like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, one of my favorite films. This 20-year anniversary poster that Golfback gave me. A Pokemon, which I think is cool. This lovely Villager poster that was one of the last Club Nintendo awards, if I'm not mistaken. And up here we have a Mario hidden block. It does light up, but I can't reach to the plug-in because, well, that requires me to bend my back trying to reach for the plug-in. And over here is my little bunny rabbit. Yes, it's my little bunny rabbit. Yes, this is Bonbon, or Bonnie, or something. You may have seen it in a few cameos in some of the backgrounds of my videos, but yes, she's my little bunny rabbit. She's been with us for the past 2 years, and I love her. She's so adorable. I'm planning to marketize and advertise her like crazy, because when you have a cute animal, you have to market them in a certain way. Isn't that right, little Bonbon? Okay, I know you're kind of nervous in front of the camera, so that's why I'm closing the door back for you. And then over here, it's just mostly like posters and stuff. Like you got Mighty Python, South Park: The Fractured Butthole, Neptuna, Mario Galaxy 2. Over here in the corner is just my Wii U gamepad looking all spick and span, and the Christmas Story lamp. Although on the bottom of the Mickey and Mighty Python posters are a few things like the Steam logos and profile poster signed by Chris. There was a Kickstarter for Volume 1 of his series, and I really love his videos. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check out Steam Locos and Profile. It's a very interesting series on the United Kingdom locomotives. This one here was a hand-painted poster made by my friend Mouse as a Christmas gift of Mario, obviously. And then this is the Legend of Zelda poster that if you pre-order for the Switch and you wait in line, you got this as a free little bonus. And it's actually funny, my friend Golfbat was with me, and he saw the poster. It's like, can I have one? And the guy's like, no, this is for people who pre-ordered the Switch. And for some reason, he was so determined to get a poster. So he's like, after you get your Switch, yes, wait a little while. So he waited for a good 20-30 minutes after everyone else got the Switch. And he came up to the guy, he's like, do you have an extra poster? And the GameStop cashier was like, yes, have one. And it's just funny. We think he's a weeaboo, which, to be fair, I mean, if you look at him, he is kind of a weeaboo in a way. Oh, and before we go on, I also want to mention, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they finally have a release date for The Fractured Butthole. If I'm not mistaken, it's in October. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm hoping so, because I've been wanting to play that for a while. I loved Stick of Truth, so I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. And now we come to the main meat and potatoes of the room. This is my game shelf. This is the whole meat and potatoes and carrots and peas and corn and chicken tenders of my room. It's not like a huge video game collection, but it doesn't matter how big it is, just as long as you appreciate it and love all the games that you get and etc. And yeah, just going to focus on one layer at a time. Up top we got a few things, like we got Mickey, Oswald, Shy Guy, who's like one of my favorite Mario characters. Some locomotive statues that used to belong to my Papa Charlie. He was a huge steam enthusiast. We also have Winston, Sid, and Light sitting up top looking fancy. This, I'm not a huge fan of football, but I love South Park, and I just found this replica of Kenny's football helmet from Cal days. And it even has, you can't see it, but it has 13 on the back, just like in the show, and I just really love that. I just thought that looked cool. What's also cool is this Jim Henson figure. Now, years back, the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, Paradise Toys made a series of Muppet Show figures, like the Crazy Harry one we saw. And they made this one for, I think it was like exclusive to club members or something, of a figure based on Jim Henson's Muppet from the Muppet Show. And like, I'm a huge fan of Jim Henson's work and the Muppets. In fact, I haven't really talked about Muppets on the show, honestly. And like, it's just, I just love his work. And although this kind of makes me want to talk about something that I know is a part of Room Tour, and I'm actually saving this discussion for like the 50th episode. But something that I wanted to mention about a lot of the changes with the Marr Show, from being heavily edited to now just kind of minorly edited, is that I'm trying my best to try to be more myself instead of trying to succumb to the whole cliche internet reviews where they force storylines, heavy edits with flashy big text and stuff. Because like when I was making like the past Marr Show episodes, I felt unhappy or unsatisfied with how they were, because I was trying to replicate someone like the Nostalgia Critic or JonTron or something. And over the past few episodes, I've been trying to be more myself, trying to be talking more, just be more open and be more myself and not try to be someone who I'm not. I think what I'm trying to get at here is that I was trying so hard to be like Doug Rocker or JonTron, when in reality I should try to be more myself. And like, the past few episodes, I've been really satisfied. They may not be heavily edited or flashy, but I feel like that's me talking and not some person who's me, but not me in a way. And I just want to try to add more of like myself in front of the camera instead of being someone who I'm not. And that's also including trying to be more open and positive or talk about the stuff that I love instead of just picking random games that I know diddly squat about, like Charlie Blast Territory or something like that. And I hope you guys do enjoy like some of the newer episodes where I am more on myself and not focusing so much on like heavy storylines and all that stuff. Because, you know, I just want to try to talk about the stuff that I love and have fun with it. You know, and I hope this kind of makes sense in a way. I know some people probably won't understand, but for me, it's just something that I've been wanting to try to do, and I'm glad that some of the episodes I'm seeing myself more instead of cringing with the thought that I'm trying to replicate a joke from JonTron or Cataclysm or something. Okay, that got a bit distracting. Let's continue on with the shelf tour. So we're gonna move this here and take a look at some of the games I own. This will also give you an idea of what stuff I might talk about in the future and what games I do own. So now I have mentioned, like, I have a whole lot of Wii U games because I do like the console despite its shortcomings and advertising, but, you know, I just really enjoy the Wii U. Some of my favorite games are on the system, like Lego City Undercover, Mario Kart 8, and a lot of other games as well. We also have some GameCube games and a short library of Xbox titles as well. We even have a few more up top. Some of them are from Video Games Monthly, but you know, I still plan on playing them. And yes, my gosh, that is a shiny picture, just saying out loud, along with a few Mario characters coming into fruition. Don't ask why a Goomba is on a car. I just think that's silly. Then over here, we have my Nintendo Wii games. A few Wii games I love and play. Epic Mickey, that's a game that I definitely want to talk about on the show because I love that game so much. And, okay, first off, I'm just gonna get out of the way that this dragon was given by a friend and I just have it, but, you know, I still like it. And here we have my Nightmare Before Christmas. You got, like, the movie in the background along with the CD and stuff because I love the movie, the imagination and story and tone that the movie has. I just really love that film, to be honest. Down here we have Pichu, because, well, that's like one of my favorite Pokemon because it's so adorable. Side by side, it's Pichu and Pichu. And then we have the Video Games Monthly Yo-Yo, which if you've been watching the Video Game Monthly unboxings I've been doing, because I love that service. Don't know why the camera's having a hard time focusing on the Yo-Yo, maybe because it's too fancy or something. We also have Asuna here, along with a short library of Dreamcast games, along with 2 PC Thomas games that I played as a kid. And over here, some more Epic Mickey goodness. Well, of course, we got like the Mickey Mouse figure based on the band concert cartoon, which is one of my favorite Mickey Mouse shorts, along with this Pinocchio clock. But I also have 2 Epic Mickey stuff. Like we got this Wii remote charger, which is not plugged in. I just really love the looking style of it. And then we also got this Epic Mickey figurine. Now, if you got the limited edition of Epic Mickey, you got like reskins, bonus DVD, but you also get this cool Epic Mickey figure, and I just really love it. Seriously, like Epic Mickey is just a fun game, fantastic platform if you ask me. Over here we have some PlayStation 1 games, like Bugs Bunny Lost in Time, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. I also have Resident Evil and Three Stooges. That one I was going to play with Challenger if he comes down here this year. Hopefully it will. We also have some PlayStation 2 games. Now my brother has the majority of them, but these are some of the ones I love, like Jak and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, and a few others like Ratchet & Clank. That's a good one. Also, in case you wonder what this is a Puyo Puyo, and if you got like the physical version of Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch, they have a little keychain on it as well. And over here we got some PS3. I'm going to move Super Mario 3 here for a sec. Some PlayStation 3 games, some PS4, and also Switch games. So yeah, we like it. And as you can see, I've been getting more and more Neptuna games. I don't have MK2 because I went to GameStop the other week and they have Victory, which I'm glad I got, but they don't have MK2, so I'm hoping to get that soon because, again, I just really love the Hyper Dimension Neptuna series. It's just a lot of fun. And that's an 8-bit sprite of Mario. My phone, because it's just laying here, yes, my phone is not smart, but I'd rather be smarter than the phone, honestly. My Smash Bros. Shot Glass. Some more goodness. These are the Mountain Engines, Godred, Cody, and Lord Harry. I'm really hoping they put them in the television series soon because after seeing the All-Star engines making an appearance, I'm excited to see if they do anything with them. And a monkey! Down here, we got my movie collection. Like, I'm not gonna go for like all of them, but I will mention like a few things like, there it is, that's the Steam Locals and Pro Volume 1. I still need to get Volume 2, because I know he released that recently. Some of the Muppets, these are the Gummy volumes that I was talking about earlier, with the 60 series and the 50s and all that. And then down here, well, first off, there's the picture of my family over at Dollywood. Don't ask who the guy with the mouse is. He's a bit odd, to say the least. But behind here, we have a bunch of Nostalgia Critic DVDs, all of them, minus the Uncanny Valley, because that one was okay, honestly. Along with some Thomas DVDs. Most of mine are in a container because it's been years since I actually got a new DVD. But like these are the ones that I keep out just because of nostalgia purposes. Like the early years, which is the only season DVD box set to be released in the US, I'm still waiting on the whole. Well, then again, I got a PlayStation 4, so I could just get the UK volume sets and just do that, along with the Magic Road and The Adventure Begins. And also on the Muppets Show, seasons 1, 2, and 3, but we've been waiting years for seasons 4 and 5. I'm waiting for it. Can you wait? I can't wait any longer. Why aren't you releasing them? Please? And then we got Ren and Stimpy, one of my favorite cartoon series. DuckTales, Strong Bad Email, some of the South Park series, which honestly I've been getting more and more to like having episodes saved on my computer, so I'm probably gonna end up selling these soon. Along with the Mel Brooks collection, which is like my all-time favorite director. I love his parody movies. Young Frankenstein, my all-time favorite of his, just saying it out loud. And also above, because I know I showcased, but some of the ones that I love, like the original Pokemon Indigo, I Am Big Bird, which is a documentary on Carol Spinley. I really love that. If you're a fan of the Muppets in any way, and you want to learn more about like Carol Spinley, this is the movie to recommend. It is such a great film. Jane and Silent Bob Strike Back. This one is like a whole Disney collection of Oswald when they first got Oswald back in Disney. The Ratchet and Clank film. Mighty Python, Space and Time, blah blah blah. Fanboys! I'm just saying that's just a fun movie. And then we have a few William Thomases that I just like to keep up because I just like these ones here for display purposes, like the 60-year anniversary of Henry. Then we got Origin James. Some weird square green midget. I have no idea who he is. And also the original Thomas that he was supposed to look like, that is based on the original toy that Audrey had as a kid, made out of broomsticks and stuff that Audrey had at the time. Okay, so we got movies. Now time for the games. You get the games. There's a lot of them. Okay, so first off, we have my N64 stack, because that's like my favorite console ever. I probably have like maybe 60 N64 games, and a lot of them are stuff that I played back in the day, and some are games that I'm curious if there was like a hidden gem. I mean, there's been some hidden gems on the N64, like Body Harvest and Dodgers, but there were some that I didn't really like as much, but there's nothing bad with trying out. We have a few box games like that Japanese Mario 64, and then we have like the Super Game Boy, Tetrisphere, Earthworm Jim, a few NES games like Tetris, oh yuck, a Tetradome, sweet, Star Tropics, Excite Bike, Dragon Power, which is technically Dragon Ball, but whatever. We also have a few Famicom games. This one here, Lickle, or Little Samson, known in the States, is a game that I've been wanting to play for years, and I'm really happy that I saved money and didn't buy a $1,000 NES game, and instead got this $200 Famicom game, and it's like one of my favorite games on the system, one of my favorite platformers, so I'm definitely want to talk about that more. And then we got some NES games like Zelda, Jackal, Balloon Fight, Mario Flea, Bugs Bunny, Bowser. What are you doing? Get out of the way, Bowser. Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, DuckTales, Contra, and yeah. And as you can see, I got like some of the Mario Kart 64 figurines here, which are amazing. Well, don't ask why Wario is sunburnt there. I really have no excuse. And we also have a few more on the bottom. Here we have Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Luigi. My stack of Game Boy games, a few DS titles kind of laying about. We also have my original Flea DS there. And some Flea DS games here. We got Tomodachi Life, A Link Between Worlds, Paper Jam, don't want to play that. Planet Robobot, Fire Emblem Fates, another Epic Mickey game. Animal Crossing New Leaf is like probably my favorite. And then a short library of DS games like Super Princess Peach, Mario Kart DS, Brain Age, because my brain is very faulty. And over here, I'm just going to move you a bit, DK. We got Nightmare Before Christmas, The Pumpkin King, F-Zero. We also have two Railway Series books, The Flea Railway Engines and Thomas and His Friends, because, well, just cuz. And then we have a few CDs, like mostly Michael Jackson, Strong Bad and other type hits, the Magic Railroad CD, because I need some instrumental tracks for the movie, which is coming along pretty nicely. A stack of Game Boy Advance games, and I have all 6 expansions of Cards Against Humanity, and the main set is like behind it because it's a fun game. There's been a lot of hilarious times, unfortunately for me, this is a funny story. Well, for me it's tragic, but like every time I play like the main set with my friends, for some reason, don't ask me why, but the question card I always get, no matter what game we play, but the question card I always get when we're playing with the main set is, how did I lose my virginity? I don't know why that card keeps popping up for me every single time. It's so irritating, and the responses are as tragic as they sound. Moving from the 3DS, we have some Super Nintendo games. Well, actually, it's kind of hard because of the shadow here, so we'll move up a little bit. Ah, crap, you can't really see the titles, unfortunately, but I got like Illusion of Gaia, Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, Donkey Kong Country, Killer Instinct, Star Fox, Super Mario RPG. An amazing game. That's like my favorite game ever, and I'm so happy to have it. Final Fantasy VI, Ren and Stimpy. We also have box copies of DK2 and Secret of Mana, along with 2 other SNES games, A Link Between Past and Indiana Jones. This is actually a game that I've been wanting to play for the longest time. I'm glad I found it for a reasonable price over at MTAC. And then we got 2 Famicom games, lots of Atari 2600. Now, I actually had a friend, or my mom used to want to work, who's a video game collector, and one day he had like a whole set of Atari games and a system, and around the time that I was getting into collecting retro video games, he asked if I wanted them, and I forgot how much I paid for it, but he got like a ton of like these box Atari games and stuff. I mean, Atari, I love the Atari 2600. It's a lot of fun, and I love the history. And over here we have Adobe Premiere Elements 11. That's the editing software I use for videos. I love it way better than Windows Movie Maker. Anime Studio 7, I tried, but it's really complicated to try to get into, unfortunately. It's not bad, but I just don't have the time to try to mess about it, unfortunately. And then we got my Game & Watch collections like Parachute, Mario. I also have Mickey Lion, that's right, Mickey Mouse, and then we have Mario Cement Factory, that's the other one, and DK, just Donkey Kong, the arcade game. And then laying around the shelf is the Chickamandos, buy all playsets and toys. On the bottom shelf here, that come more DVDs. These just like movies that I kind of laying about. Some of the most notable ones includes like Paranorman, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Apollo 13, Hot Fuzz, Up. We also have that Abomination. Actually, I am planning on doing like an update video because I know that's like my most popular review, but I think I could have done a bit better explaining the episodes. But also we got a few things like oh, that's the Epic Mickey DVD that I was talking about that has like some bonus content and restored cartoons. The Room, Hugo, Clerks, Cannibal the Musical, the Batman series, and yeah. And also I got Soul Eater. We got some Soul Eater characters because that's a good anime. Really love it. I know I messed up on the post, but hopefully Def the Kid ain't watching this. And then next to that we have my books. We got like the Highway Historia, the art of Epic Mickey. Again, I should just probably make that the next video probably because, well, just because the amount of Epic Mickey goodness. N64 Anthology, that's a really great book if you're interested in the N64. The celebrating the Charlie Brown and Friends 65 years, Snow White, Art of Tie, the Super Mario Adventures from Nintendo Power, and then of course we got the Railway Series books, both written by the Rev Audrey and Christopher Audrey, the Thomas the Tank Engine Man book, which I love, Gravity Falls, Journal Flea, these two I just want to mention, Armada and Ready Player One. Fantastic books. They're actually being made into movies, I believe. But still, those two are phenomenal if you're into like video games, sci-fi, 80s stuff. You know, the FNAF book, and then this one here, Slayer. Back to my friend Mouse. Her boyfriend is the author of the series. It's kind of like about these like demons and stuff like that. It's actually a really good book. He's planning on re-release. He's planning on finishing the series first before he published them again. But yeah, I just want to mention now. This is the book Slayer by Kalen Lucius Ruxt. I can't pronounce your last name. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, I actually recommend checking that book out. And then we had, they are the original Kingdom Hearts 1 cast. You can see Goofy and Riku, Sora, Kairi, and a duck of some sort. It's just a random duck. Next up we come to my work station here. Like this, me little computer. Me and Tommy built this computer back October, I think, or something. It was late last year, but it's been a really good computer. I've been really loving it. I've been having no issues with it, and we had a lot of fun building this computer. Also know of warning, if you have a computer or something, make sure you always like air dust it every 2 weeks. At least I try to do that either way, because you don't want dust to build up so it can run properly. But yeah, I was very happy to have that computer built with the help of Tommy. And there's my printer, my Bible here. Note, I mean, I like the King James Version, but for me, I really like the New Living Translation because it helps explain things a little bit more. And that's just the version I've been reading most. And there's a picture of me with my Nana Phyllis and my Grandma Lola. I look hideous back then. And oh, no reading. That's for a different video entirely. So no reading now. On my computer, that's just a steal from. And it's kind of hard to tell with the camera, but that's just a shot from the Journey Beyond Sordor trailer that I thought looked beautiful, and I figured why not just put that as my computer wallpaper. And there's me mic here, and a pop filler. I'm actually glad I got this stand here. It works really well. And then over here we just have a bunch of stuff, like another one from Club Nintendo, the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie. But there's a few little things I like. First off, like the Walt Disney's Mad Doctor poster. The autograph signing back when Season 2 of The Completionist ended with Gerard and Greg. And then over here, because, again, I'm a huge fan of Doug Crock, and I got a few stuff autographs. I never met him personally, but I would love to. But this is like one from the Nostalgia Critic Halloween special with Teddy Ruxpin. And this is one from if you helped him on Indiegogo when he was trying funding for his studio and getting Pop Quiz Hotshot started with autograph by him, his brother Rob, Malcolm, and Rachel. And then this one here, this is actually a gift that my friend Challenger gave me for Christmas. It's an autograph signing of Billy West, who voiced Stimpy throughout the series and did the voice of Ran from seasons 3, 4, and 5 of the Ren and Stimpy show. And he called me an idiot. My life is complete. And then up here, this is just a little plaque here for like an associate month. I work as a first shift stalker at Walmart. I've been doing it for 4 years now, and I love the job. I don't care what anyone says. And yeah, I met a lot of great people, and they actually helped me so much over the past 4 years, and I enjoy working with them still. And there's some more stuff like a Lonesome Ghost. It's a regular Cataclysm poster.
Glowing sharks!
And then this one here, this is actually my favorite. It's a neon light. And if I could get this on here without... Yes, I know that's a white wall. Just bear with me. There it goes. This neon light of the N64 logo. I really love this light. It is super cool. I love it so much. And now moving away from my computer, we have my TV along with the video game consoles that I own. That there's just the Guitar Hero Live guitar. I don't play a whole lot of it, but it's alright, not too bad. On the side we have the Muppet Show poster again. This amazing illustration of Azura from Fire Emblem Fates. And up there we have the heritage of Mickey Mouse, of how Walt Disney always says that to never forget that it was all started by a mouse, and it just looks really cool. And then up there it's just a weird family plaque that has Mullins on it, but a friend of mine found it at a garage sale, and I just thought they looked pretty cool. But anyway, back to the consoles that I own. I got the Switch on. I'm currently playing the game, but I have it on sleep mode at the moment, or yet in charge. The GameCube, and in case you wonder what this is the Joypad Nintendo 64 controller, which is a really good controller if you love Nintendo 64. Just note of warning, it's a bit expensive. I had to pay like $60 to get that. I wish it wasn't so expensive. And this is the not so obvious hint as to what the next episode will be. I've been playing a whole lot, it's fun. And then over here is my PlayStation 4 Slim along with the Wii U Pro Controller on top. And then down here we have the Sega Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, my Famicom, which is pretty much, it looks like the NES2 model, which it technically is, but I like it. PlayStation 2, my orange Nintendo 64, Atari 2600, Xbox, NES, Sega Saturn, broken VHS and DVD player, and of course the Wii U in a Mario Kart 8 skin on it, which that's like my favorite Wii U game ever, and like one of my favorite titles ever. And of course, to end this tour, we have the Amiibos! Lots and lots of Amiibos. Yeah, that's pretty much like my biggest collection. It's just getting all the Amiibos here. And there's Guff and Gump right over there. And yeah, like I just love the Amiibos. If they came out around the time I was a kid, I would eat these things up. I wouldn't like eat them, but like I would go super crazy for them because I just love these little figurines. And I do need to build a new shelf for them because it's getting way out of hand, as you can tell. But yeah, I just really love these figurines. Even if they don't have like a whole lot of functionality for the games, I just love collecting these things. They just look so cool and I just love them. So yeah, that's pretty much like my main goal, is collecting all of the Amiibos. All of the Amiibos. And that is the room. I hope you guys had a good time taking a look at all the crap that I own. we are planning on moving soon. Well, me and Chris are, but we can't really say for sure. But hopefully this year. So I'll have to rearrange again, which is good because the more games I get, the more crap I need more shelves of stuff. So yeah, I hope this room looks pretty cool. And hey, you got a good look at a lot of the games that I own and movies that I own and probably might talk about on the show. And I may have been a bit too serious when I was talking about some of the things, but I mean, you know, that's like the main thing I want to do, just try to be myself. And I don't care what anyone says, if they agree or disagree, just as long as I be passionate about what I talk about and try to be myself. That's all that really matters. And Bonnie, Bonbon, oi, Bonnie, you're causing too much noise. You're causing too much noise, Bonbon. So shh. Actually, I do need to refill your water bottle. Now that I think about it. So anyway, if there's a game that I mentioned or showcased on a show that you would like for me to talk about in the future, give me a note and I will do that for you. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next Marr Show. Bye bye!